to the one and only class for value of supply. Today is day 8 of our GST practice batch, and very simple topic we are doing today. One go it will be over, that is value of supply. Now what we have done in the last class was the charge under the GST, the levy, then the time of supply. Okay, time of supply is between you and me, so many transactions are going on. So when I should charge the GST, right? That is what is fixing up the time of supply. At what rate? Am I in composition section 10, or am I in the forward charge mechanism section 9 or 9.3 RCM? Okay, so what rate and how, that is the third chapter. Then on what time I have to charge. Okay, date of invoice, date of provision. We have seen for goods and services, we have written the comparative notes. So that will make it clear. Okay, just revise that table which I have given you. So time of supply for goods, time of supply for service, under forward charge, under reverse charge in case of the vouchers, right? Okay. Now what we are doing, okay, we will charge the GST at the rate given in the third chapter, levy, according to the time of supply decided in section 12 and 13. And now at what value we have to charge GST is section 15. The one line answer for this is, ma'am, if I have sold you the goods, okay, then arm's length value, whatever I have sold, it's called ad valorem or the transaction value. That's the value on which GST should be charged, right? But the add-on here is, okay, the transaction between me, seller, and you, buyer, is at arm's length. But if some expenditure you have directly done in this transaction, or some incidental expenses are to be added, so some add and less, and we will get the answer. Dear students, this question comes compulsory in exam for 5 to 7 marks, and it is the most scoring in the GST. The most scoring part is value of supply fixed question. But one small pain here is, I've corrected so many mock test paper, right? We are not allowed to correct final papers because we are in teaching. But mock test papers I have corrected. And one thing I have observed is, no one is getting 0 out of 5 or 7 in this. Something you will write and get the answer. But not even 10% students are getting full marks, because in add and less there is confusion for 2 items. One is subsidy and another is the late fees waiver. So we will tackle all along with discount, and some small amendments are there here regarding the no claim bonus and all. That also I will cover up. It's really very hot and humid today. Chalo. So there's just some format which I have to explain you, that section 15 says calculate the GST as per the rate you have learned in section 9 and all, or composition hai to 10, whatever, at the time which you have studied in section 12 and 13. And now section 15, the section I am saying, so that you write as per section 15 of CGST Act, transaction value is this, some add and less. So I will teach you the concept, we will practice some formats, and after 1 hour, I'll make you write just the format, the way we have done it in business head, add and less. You remember, right? So that's the way. Yes, here also few things are to be added, deducted, and ignored also. Let us see that. Let us first know what you have to add, less, why. Very simple logic related to discount. It's also asked in MCQ. And share this with as many people as you can. If you understand it after 1 hour, don't leave without hitting the like, share, subscribe button, right? We are going to do top 30 questions in the GST, and value of supply we are completing now only. If you want this material which I am using, join the Telegram group, there you will get. Okay? All right. Chalo. For value of supply, again, we have certain definitions which we should know, because we are dealing with the value, what is coming in. Already we have done these in second chapter also, but once again, consideration. Consideration against me supplying goods and services is anything which is coming in cash, money terms, or in kind, yeah, from the recipient. Okay, right. But it will not include the subsidy given by central government. In the consideration, if subsidy is coming from central government and state government, You will not take it as a part of consideration or the transaction value. Next is monetary value of any act of forbearance for the inducement. That's the same way. Money coming in ex subsidy. Deposit not consideration unless appropriated by supplier. Very nice question. See, consideration is what you are giving me. I have given my property to you on rent. That's the supply of services. You are paying me rent every month. But the very first time you have paid 3 months rent in advance. Now, rent received in advance is like a deposit. Deposit is not a part of consideration, right? Market value is arm's length value, what we get. Okay. Consideration under section 15, what we are doing. GST is payable on ad valorem basis, that is percentage of the transaction value. But so many times, dear students, be careful, transaction value includes GST. Say this is transaction value, 18% is GST, 118. So many times in exam, they'll give you transaction values inclusive of GST. Say 1,18,000, just an example. Then what is actually transaction in 118? It's 100. So in this, how much? Like that cross multiply. We'll work out, but just saying. Then thus it becomes important to know how to arrive at the value on which the tax is paid, right? Okay, these all are for reading purpose. The first point you have to start with is start calculating the transaction value. Transaction value is the value of supply of goods or services, which is price actually paid, where the supplier and buyer are not related. Then only it's an arm's length price, right? And price is the sole consideration. Price actually paid or payable by the recipient, and supplier and recipient are not related, and price is the sole consideration. Now, included in this is all the taxes, duties, cess, fees. Yeah. In the transaction value, you will include all the taxes, duties other than GST. That is, if it is interstate, IGST nahi lenge. State hai to CGST, SGST. Other than GST, taxes and compensation says, all the other taxes are to be included. For example, on tobacco, we have to charge GST, but on tobacco till date, old excise duty is also levied. So say 100 rupees of tobacco, excise duty is 12. On 112, you will charge 18% GST. The gist is excise duty and other taxes, cess, fees, charges, custom duty, whatever it is, it's a part of transaction value included. Yeah. This one is a lot of examples I'll give. They are only asked in the exam in the form of question answer. Right. Okay, this one is nice. See, when I am receiving the rent from you, along with rent, I am also collecting the municipal taxes, because it was agreed between us that tenant is going to bear the municipal tax. So rent is 50,000, 5,000 is municipal tax. You are paying me 55,000. So will it be added as a part of the transaction value, and on this GST will be charged? Answer is yes. Okay. Amount paid by the recipient on behalf of the supplier. This is very beautiful. Say I am giving service to you. I am an event manager. There's 25th wedding anniversary. I will take care of the catering, the decor, the invitations, the return gifts, everything. Now I have ordered in the catering ice creams, okay, and welcome juices, and they are being delivered directly at your place where anniversary function is there. So I am the supplier of the service, event manager. You are the recipient. I'm saying, please directly pay to for the juices and ice creams and pans which have been delivered. You pay directly to him 10,000. Then we will see. Everything was fixed up with me, but because directly you took the delivery, I said, okay, for this ice cream wala, you give the money 10,000. Now, between us, say this event was fixed up at 1 lakh rupees. So, obviously, 10,000 you have already paid for the ice cream and pan. You are going to pay me 90,000. Now, actually, the transaction value is 90,000 or 1 lakh. 1 lakh. You should have paid me, and I will pay to the decor, to flower wala, to caterer, to various people. So, in short, whenever there's a transaction between the supplier and the recipient, and recipient is asked to pay directly to the third party on behalf of the supplier, it's a part of transaction value. Okay, I will do interior of your house, and my interior cost is 50 lakhs, inclusive of my material and all. But the painter is at your place, just pay him 5 lakhs now. You give me 45 lakhs. So, in short, you have to add what amount is directly paid by the service recipient or goods recipient. If recipient is paying anything directly to the third party on behalf of the supplier, add it. Some of you may be, ma'am, itna easy topic hai. You can just give us a gist to remember and then start the question answer. But the so much of energy and explanation is put up. Once it will take time. But if you develop the analytical skill, nothing is going to stop you. If you attend this practice batch, for sure you can aim for 80 plus marks. Test papers are also there, and in YouTube I'm putting 1 minute snippets also. So the two things are clear until now. What are to be added? All the taxes. Second is what is to be added? Any amount paid to the third party. Okay? Any amount that supplier is liable to pay in relation to supply, but which has been incurred by the recipient and not included in the price, you have to add it, right? Commission payable by supplier to agent and all. So add all this. Inclusion. This is all add. Other than this, incidental expenses. This we see from 11, 12 class. When you buy an asset, all the expenditure incurred related to asset installation and downloading some softwares and assembling it and all, whatever expenditures are incurred till the asset is ready to put to use, add. So whenever I'm supplying you the goods or services related to that, if any expenditure is incurred, like commission, or packing charges or inspection or certification. Say you are manufacturing masalas, and for you I'm doing all the packing work, I'm helping with you, and we have to get egg mark and all. So certification charges, installation and testing, other weighing, loading, designing, other charges. Okay. So before the supply of goods and services, if some incidental expenses are incurred, add it. Okay. X decided to gift an article to friend. He requested the supplier to pack the goods in an attractive look. Amount for special packing is separately paid by X. Cost of such packing will be included. Say it's Teachers' Day and we have ordered 50 pens of Parker for all our teachers' team in concept classes. We have ordered 50 pens. Okay, right? Each costing say 200 rupees. But I said, no, not like this. Each pen you pack in a netted basket and with ribbon and tag and give it in a nice bag. So that packing cost, will it be included in the supply? Yes. Right? Simple. But after doing this, you should say, yes, 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 ma'am, we know all this. Next, interest or late fees or penalty for delayed payment of consideration. I am supplying you goods or services, you are making payment late. So in the bill only, I am adding the late fee or the penalty or sometimes interest. Okay, then will it form part of the transaction value? Answer is yes. X Limited has supplied goods 1 lakh to Y on credit. The contract provides for levy of interest and Y makes payment after 2 months. See, we gave you 1 month time, but you paid after 2 months 1 lakh rupees along with interest. Now, GST 18% should be charged on 1 lakh or 1 lakh 1500. 1 lakh 1500. GST law specifically provides for interest. 1500 will form part of the consideration and GST will be payable on the same. Clear to all of you? Next is subsidies directly linked to the. Acha, Here one point very important is आगे दिया है, but I want to take it here also. Suppose late fees we set instead of 1 month, if you are paying me in 2 months, दिख रहा है सबको 1 month का time दिया है and he is paying me in 2 months, I'm going to charge interest. But later on I waived it. Okay, this is your first time, otherwise you are always paying on time. No need to pay. So generally, late fees, interest, penalties all added in the transaction value. But if it is waived, ignore. It's all given in the material at the back, but here only I'm saying if it is waived, ignore. Enjoying all of you? After doing some technical topics, this looks very easy, right? Subsidies directly linked with the price. Any amount of subsidy that is included, so many times the government is saying, oh, you are setting up a cottage industry, you are generating so much labor, we will give you subsidy. So if subsidy is given by central government or state government, then deducted from the transaction value. Okay, this is a very nice example and similar can be asked. The selling price of geometry box is 75. I am selling the geometry box in 75 to the students. Okay. A company is saying we will fund 50 rupees from our CSR. Every company has to do corporate social responsibility. So a part of net profit they spend for good purpose. I am the supplier of the geometry box. For me, the selling price is 75. Now a company is giving subsidy. Matlab company said we will pay you. From the students, you just charge 25 rupees. Though the selling price of the compass box is 75, I am to getting my 75. 50 from the company and 25 from the student. Okay. The taxable value of the geometry box will be 75 or 25. Answer is 75. Because this subsidy is given by a company, had the same subsidy be given by government, if the same subsidy is given by government, then we would reduce it and we have to charge the GST only on 20. Take your time, read the example. Is this clear to all of you? Check RSC. CSR expense. Okay, ma'am, explain. CSR is like, companies according to their net worth 5% and all, they should spend for some social cause. Like Reliance keep hosting the painting competition at a very bigger level for environment consumption and all. There's alag activities. Okay, so we have completed 5 items in section 15 to A, B, C, D, E. What is to be added in the arm's length transaction value? Add all the taxes, duty cess except the GST. Add amount received, say amount payable by to the third party paid by supplier directly. This is the amount actually I have to pay supplier, but recipient paid the amount to third party on behalf of supplier. Add other incidental expenses. Add interest, late fees, penalty. Add subsidies directly linked to the price. Nice, clear to all of you. Now is the most important part, which is so much asked in MCQs also. It's a very easy topic. I call it as popcorn topic. Don't miss revising it once more and you'll be done with. Discounts are to be excluded. Now there are 2-3 types of the discounts. So discounts given on or before the supply. Any discount which is given before the supply, say generally we call it as trade discount. If such discount has been duly recorded in the invoice, then deduct it. So many times I've sold you the goods of 1,000 and there is mandatory customary trade discount of 10%. 200 come kar do. Yeah. Next is post supply discount. Okay, let us take one example. For a package of product A in the invoice, the list price is 500, on which discount of 30% is given. Yeah, taxable value is 350 and discount is allowed to be deducted. Followed or not? Now post supply discount. This is the before supply, on or before supply. Now after supply is over, but we have given certain discounts. If such discount is established in the terms of agreement into at the time of subsidy and specifically linked to invoices, and ITC as is attributable to discount on the basis of issued by supplier has been reversed by the recipient. Now, what do you mean by this? Huh? This is very nice. Listen, all of you. I have sold you the goods as Dashera and Diwali. Whatever billing we were doing, if there was trade discount, we have reduced. If there was incidental other expenses and all what we studied, we have added. And I have sold you the goods. I have sold you the goods, you have recorded it at purchase. But there was a pre agreement before I supplied you the goods that in this month, normally you buy from me 50 cartoons. In this month, if you buy 100 cartoons, we will give you additional 2% discount on the sales value you do in this special October month. So whenever the billing was done, we were giving the normal discount. But after the month end, we saw that instead of 50 cartoons, you have purchased 110 cartoons. Wow. Now I need to fulfill my promise of giving you 3% additional discount. This is after supply. Goods are to supplied, over, bye bye. But this discount is linked prior to supply. We have made a condition that if this is satisfied, we'll give you 3% extra discount. Will you reduce this discount from the transaction value? Answer is yes. If it is pre-decided, if it is condition is fulfilled, I will reduce the sale value and on net I will charge GST. But promise is you should also reduce the purchase value. Until now, I have sold you 10,000 goods, you have recorded 10,000. But now I'm saying because you achieved a target of 10,000, 2% additional discount. So 10,000 ka 2%, say 200. So I have reduced 200 from sales. You also have to reduce your purchases from 10,000 to 200, 9,800. आपको भी अपना purchase कम करना पड़ेगा, है ना? And on that input tax credit you have to reverse. Is this clear to all of you? First of all, trade discount. Before I supply you the goods, it's customary that every bill we do 10% off. Reduce it before the supply. After the supply, I have given you the discount. And this discount is linked with condition before the supply, and you have fulfilled. So we will reduce it. I will reduce it from my transaction value. You also reduce it from your purchases and reverse. If you have availed ITC on 10,000, it's wrong. Because now for me, the sale is 9,800. For you, the purchase is 9,800. Apart from this, the third type of discount, which is to be ignored, but we should know it, that is year-end discount. It is called as secondary discount. Throughout the year, if you do this turnover, we will give you this. Now, this is not pre-decided. And already individual bills are made. So this kind of discount is much after the supply. So nothing. Year-end discounts and all, they are not reduced from. I'll give you one flow chart. I'll give you some examples and we will solve this. Okay? Right, chalo. Yes, there is a format. I know all of you are waiting for some shortcut, ma'am. इतना explanation मत दो. एक format learn करा दो, खत्म हो जाएगा. But this is important to understand logically. See, discount which is given before वो तो reduce करेंगे. Post discount if it is agreed and related ITC also is to be reversed. But you know, here one latest small amendment is I'm saying you should also reverse the ITC. Yeah, then how do I come to know? I will take a confirmation or certificate from you. Huh? Recipient to provide self-certification of ITC reversed if amount is up to 5 lakh. Very important for MCQ. And above rupees 5 lakh, the certificate of CA is required. Super. Did you understand? I am giving you some discount after the supply, but it was linked with a target and before the supply. And so I reduce the sale value for the discount. You also reduce the purchase value. When you reduce your purchase value, 10,000 say 9,000, you have to reverse the ITC also. So you have to give a self certification that in so and so bill, ITC you have reversed up to 5 lakh. But if ITC amount is huge, na 5 lakh say above, so it's huge. Then certificate of CA. Let the CA check that you have properly reversed. हाँ मैंने कर लिया, or your self certification will not be allowed. So this 5 lakh limit, you have to remember that whenever ITC is reversed by the buyer or the recipient and given to the supplier, self confirmation, it's okay till 5 lakh ITC. Beyond that, if it is ITC, you have to get a certificate of CA. This is one of the latest amendment. Next, ये देखो. The agreement of Vihit appliance with the dealers is said that OTG or 100 pieces will entitle them to get a discount of 2% machines. The next one, stock has already been dispatched when the sales figure for the Dashera month are worked out. However, as the agreement was in existence at the time of supply and the discount can be worked out, the taxable value will be billed price minus 2%, and the dealer must reverse the proportionate ITC on the relevant stock. It was pre-decided, no? So you reverse it and you give a self-certificate to the supplier. No discount is deductible. This is the third time. First one is like a trade discount. Second one is post-supply, but discount which is linked. And the third one, a company announces year-end discounts after reviewing the renewal performance. The year-end discounts are based on performance slabs and all. These discounts were not known at the time of supply, hence they are not deductible. I wanted to give a printed diagram here, but better, it will take 2 minutes time and we will write this in our note. Everyone is clear with the 3 type of the discount and the gist. Chapter is over with amendment. One no claim hai, but ab dekho. Now I want all of you. I am going to repeat it abhi 2-3 times. We are going to do question and answers and I'll make you write the format. Start with the transaction value, ad valorem or the list price. Add all other taxes other than GST. Then add all incidental expenses. Okay? Right? If any late fees, interest and all is there, add it. If any subsidy is received by central government and included in list price, minus. Any other subsidy by NGO and all included in list price, that will not be deducted. Okay? So like this, yeah. And any amount directly paid by the recipient on behalf of the supplier, add it. I had to pay, you've paid directly. Now that's a part of the. Is ये समझ में आया आपको? Our transaction value is 5 lakh. I said pay on my behalf to him 1 lakh, and you're paying me 4 lakh. So 4 lakh में वो 1 lakh you've paid to third party, that too you will add, right? Now while deducting, 3 kind of discounts are there. First one is trade discount. Mandatory उसको reduce कर दो, right? The second one is, first one is trade discount. The second one is not exactly trade discount. It's given after the supply. Trade discount to before the supply only. It's not a part of purchase and sale. When I make a billing, 10% discount देते हैं. So after 10%, my sale value, your purchase value. Now after the supply, some discount I have given which is linked with the condition before supply and you have fulfilled it. So we will reduce it from the transaction value. 2 promises. You also reverse the ITC and you give self certification if ITC is up to 5 lakhs. Above that, the CA ka certificate. Let him check and certify. है ना? And third kind of discount is secondary year ending discounts. No, that's not deductible. That's all for this add and less. Very important point is, especially abhi upcoming exam, they are saying wherever they are giving interest and interest is added, interest is always inclusive of GST. Ma'am, what do you mean by this? We will practice one problem. वहां मैं आपको बताऊं. आ जाओ. One more latest amendment is there, that no claim bonus. Acha, if you cannot derive the value by this, no, then values are divided by some other way which are there in final. Abhi nahi padna. No claim bonus is a permissible deductions for calculation of the value of supply of the insurance service provided by the company to the insured. Now, what do you mean by this? I'll simplify it. Ekdam simple. I have taken a policy of my business stock. I paid 10,000 premium. I didn't claim anything. Next time again I am paying 9,000 premium. Claim nahi kiya. Then again 8,000 premium. Nothing I have claimed. In the fourth year, 7,000 premium. Now I'm saying, sir, insurance company, sir, last 3 years, all these life insurance ko chhod ke, all the policies are annual. So last year I took 10,000 policy. I did not claim anything. So my premium lapsed and I got no benefit. Then 9,000 you earned. I didn't take any claim. मैंने कुछ claim नहीं लिया. 8,000 I took the policy. I paid the premium. I didn't claim. So no claim I have made in the last 3 years. Whatever premium I have paid, that's all your income. I have not claimed a single chota amount also. So in the fourth year, when my premium is 7,000, I said, sir, last 3 years I have not claimed anything. Give me some no claim bonus. So they'll say, okay, your fourth year's premium instead of 7,000, let it be 6,300. Come kar dete. So when they reduce my fourth year's premium because of the no claim bonus, what will be my transaction value? 7,000 or 6,300? Tell me. मैम ओरली नहीं समझ में आता, आप लिखो. ठीक है, लिख लेंगे. First year में I have paid premium of 10,000. Second year I paid 9,000. Third year I paid 8,000. And now 7,000. So 7,000 ka 10% they gave me no claim bonus. They were happy. The last 3 years I have not claimed anything from insurance company. Clean chit I have, and all the premium is their income. So they reduced. In short, is should we reduce no claim bonus from the transaction value? Yes. And then GST will be charged on 6,300. Right? Now, what amendment they are saying? No claim bonus is permissible deduction for calculation. You have to deduct no claim bonus provided by insurance company. GST is payable on the value after the no claim bonus. Yeah, that's clear. That's all. And now before we go to the question and answers, see, this is little tougher way of learning, but everything in flowchart will not help because you have to write 3 hours 15 minutes of paper ना बेटा. तो ये देखो, यही रहा no claim bonus in the fourth year. They have given in form of discount. Should we pay GST on 10,000 or 8,000? 8,000. You will get a deduction for the no claim. Check. I want all of you to write down the format of computation of transaction value. Just copy it. 2 minutes, I'm here only. I'll explain again if required. I hope you're not waiting, you're writing. Understand the format. So one day before exam, you can read the format and revise this chapter in 5 minutes. Because you have to revise 5 heads, you have to revise ITCs, too many things are there, hai na? List price including taxes. So add municipal tax, other taxes, all except the GST part, CGST and all. Add amount paid by the buyer, the recipient to the third party. Add it. Add incidental expenses, packing, testing, weighing, designing, all. Yeah. If there are so many times in exam, they say list price already include testing and weighing charges, then don't again add. Ignore it. So, I can't give you a fixed format. This is always added. This is always deducted. This is always ignored. Dekho, टेक्निकली नहीं पढ़ना है, लॉजिकली पढ़ो. In the list price, if weighing and testing charges are not included, include it. And if they are already included, they're just giving you information that list price includes weighing charges 5,000, loading charges 500. Let it be. Ignore. Add nahi karna. Already added hai. Let it be. But when neither you are doing add nor you are doing less, then you are expected to write a small note. I'm going to work out the questions and show you. This is going to be very easy. Once again, list price likha aapne. I want you to write a municipal tax, other taxes, add, except CGST. Amount paid by buyer to third party, add. Incidental expenses, if not included, add. If already included, ignore. Interest, late fees, penalty, very well a part of transaction value, add. Subsidy from private trust, NPOs, if removed or adjusted, add back. हाँ जो भी प्राइवेट ट्रस्ट वगैरह से सब्सिडी मिलती है, इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ ट्रांजैक्शन वैल्यू. इफ इट्स ऑलरेडी इंक्लूडेड इन ट्रांजैक्शन वैल्यू, इग्नोर. इफ इट इज नॉट एडेड, एड बैक. सब्सिडी फ्रॉम सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट इफ रिमूव्ड, ओके. Now subsidy from central government, state government, if removed, then ignore. Central government, state government subsidy is already removed from this. It's not included. To ignore. Followed. But if included, deduct. Please take your time to understand. We are going to practice. In list price, if it is 50,000 and it includes 3,000 government subsidy, nikal do. List price does not include government subsidy, then ignore. So when to ignore and when to deduct, right? Trade discount, which is known before the supply, minus it. Secondary and year-end discounts after the supply, ignore it. Okay. Now here one note I have given. We have added just now here late fees, interest and all. To be added if it is a part of transaction value. But if it is waived off, I told you, you're going to make me payment late instead of 2 months, I will charge 1,500 interest. Then add it. But if I have charged, but then I said waive, theek hai, chalo jaane to this time. Next time, don't do it. Then if it is waived, then ignore it. Right? And no claim bonus minus karke milega. So majorly all I have told you. Now let us practice certain questions in the notebook also and here also. You want time to write the format or clear? Just look at this. इतना सा format है बस. अगर हम कहें तो यहाँ से यहाँ. This is to write the figures, particulars and amount. And what you get the answer, you call it as transaction value. If it is inclusive of GST, then into 100 divided by 118. Not included, then charge 18% or 12%, whatever it is, directly. Format is clear to you. 5 items to be added. All right, ready to start with the question and answer? 2 pages of material we read, and now let us start with the question and answers. Simple, technical, all we will take here right now. Did you follow the format? Hope you have not just copied. Okay. And a lot of mind mapping we will do. Let us start with question and answer. So here we start with the first question. I've also included some past exam questions, materials questions. So let us check in detail. From the following information, determine the taxable value of the supply. Contract value of the goods, including 18%. is 11 lakhs. So start the answer, particulars and amount. Now this contract value already includes primary packing. So that is anyways to be included, and it's included. So nothing to do. Protective packing, designing charges. So other incidental expenses, ma'am, you said we have to add, but we have to add if they are not included. If they are already included, no problem. Commission paid to agent by the recipient on the instruction of supplier. So, on behalf of the supplier, the recipient has paid the commission to the third party and it is given in other information. So, shall we add it? Yeah, right. Freight and insurance charges paid by the recipient on behalf of supplier. I had to pay, but on my behalf, you have paid, right? So we will add that also. And now what is the total value? 11 lakh 80,000 is including GST. So this is 118. They have asked you what is the transaction value? 100. So in 118 it's 100. In 11 lakh 80,000 it's question mark, that comes to 10 lakh. I'm doing it here because it's really a simple question. Okay, right. Chalo, next one we will do now. Some I have purposely not given the answer, that I will do it in the notebook now. From the following information, determine the value of the taxable supply as per section 15 of the CGST Act, that you have to write in exam. Okay. Value of the machine. Value of the machine including GST 12% is 15 lakhs. Taxes included other than GST. So, okay, let it be. Anyhow, you have to include weighing charges, consultancy, testing. These are all included already. So, nothing we have to do. Now, subsidy is received from central government. Okay. So, if subsidy is received from central government, if it is included, then you have to deduct. But it is already given separately. So, don't do anything. Just write a note. Subsidy received from central government is not included in above as it is allowed. समझ में आ रहा है? You don't have to, once again, central government से जो subsidy मिल रहा है, that you have to deduct it if it is included. But here it is not included. It's given in other information. Subsidy received from a third party and NGO, of course, add it. It's a part of transaction value. Trade discount actually allowed, shown separately. So we have to deduct. Trade discount we have to deduct. Trade discount related to discount also, I'll give you a nice flow chart. So what is the value? 1526, and this is including 12%. So this is 112. 100 is how much? In 112, 100 is the transaction value. In this, how much? So this into this divide by this, you're getting the answer. Easy, right? Yeah. Determine the value of the taxable supply. The contract price including CGST and SGST 5% is 10,56,000. This includes, already this includes the cost of drawing, primary packing, packing it, and freight insurance. So all this is already included and you have to include it. If it is not included, then incidental expenses should be added. But if it is already included, no problem. Discount of 6,000 was given by the supplier at the time of supply. So any discount given before or at the time of the supply, that is 6,000 we have to minus, and on 10 lakh we have to charge. Okay. Now is this including GST? Yes, this is 105. So 100 is how much? 1056 में 6,000 we have removed. So 10,50,000 is 105. So 100 is how much? Let us check. 1050 into 100 divide by 105. It's 10 lakhs is the answer. Okay. Easy. Chalo, next one I am doing it in the notebook. Though it's solved, but let us do it. Sun Limited has provided the particulars. List price this time is excluding taxes and discount. Now taxes levied by municipal authority. So this is excluding the taxes. So okay, if it is excluding CGST, SGST, no problem. But other taxes are to be added. CGST, SGST is there, but it is excluded. So rehne do. It is anyhow to be excluded. Packing charges not included, and Sun Limited received 9,500 subsidy of NPO. So any other subsidy other than central government and state government subsidy you have to add. And the list price 1,25,000 is after considering the subsidy. Okay. So subsidy निकालने के बाद है तो add back the subsidy. And Sun Limited offers 4% discount on the list price. Okay. So 4% discount is like trade discount. Shall we deduct it? Yes. Determine the taxable value made by Sun Limited. So let us do this in notebook. Oops, notebook, not here. Aja. Everything is clear what I have made you write in format. Yeah, related to discount, I am drawing the flow chart here. But chalo, pehle problem hi kar lete hain in the list. Problem number 4. Computation of the transaction value of supply as per section 15 of the CGST Act. Start always with the list price. Start with the list price 1,25,000. Taxes are paid by the municipal authority and they are not included. So add back the municipal tax 15,000. CGST, it's not included and you don't have to include. Add packing charges. Packing के charges बिल्कुल add करो. Subsidy received by private NPO. Add it. Subsidies received by private NPO. Add back. And 1,25,000 is after considering this subsidy. So why we have added the subsidy? Because it is from an NPO. Had it been central or state government, we would have not taken. Sun Limited offers 4% discount on the list price. Yeah. So if there is a discount on the list price, it's like a trade discount. You have to minus. But don't calculate after adding all this directly on the list price. 4% on 125, 1,25,000 is cut 10%, 4%. So that is coming to 5,000. You have to deduct. Now what you get, you call it as transaction value of supply as per section 15. कितना आ रहा है देखो 125 plus 15,000 plus 15,500 plus 9,500 minus 5,000. That's coming to 1,60,000. And then if they give that this is already including 18% tax, this is 118, 18 kitna? That way we will calculate. Yes? Easy? Right. So more questions we are doing in notebook, some directly. Chalo, let us see the next one. So Sun Limited, we got the answer 1,60,000. If this is not there, take down properly. Next, Raj advertisers conceptualized and designed advertising for a new product to be launched by Simran. Raj advertisers owed 4,50,000 to a third party relating to the service provided to Simran. So Simran Limited is service recipient. These are service provider. These are service recipient. So Raj advertise को किसी को pay करना था. Such liability was discharged by Simran Huh? The payment which is to be made by me, service provider, is made by service recipient. Simran Limited delayed the payment of consideration and thus paid 50,000 as interest. Assume the rate of the GST to be 18%. Okay. Followed all of you or not? What's the value of the supply? 25 lakhs. Plus 4.5 lakh recipient paid directly to the third party. And next, Simran Limited delayed and we charged interest. So if interest is charged, it's always included. So 30 lakhs. And the GST rate given is 18%. So GST will be 5,40,000. Determine the value of the taxable supply. Clear? Next, Doraemon, a registered dealer, furnishes you all the details relating to goods it has sold, goods sold by it to Sinchan Limited. ठीक है. Price is given, municipal tax is given, inspection charges are given, subsidies by a private trust. As the product is going to be used by planned association, they have given a कोई राम ट्रस्ट है, they have given you subsidy. ठीक है. According to GST, determine the taxable value made by Doraemon. He's a service provider, he's a service recipient. Items given in second to fourth. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. They are not considered in one. In short, this price doesn't include all this. So add the municipal tax, add the inspection charge, huh? And this price doesn't include private subsidy. So ignore. See, you need a lot of practice. Otherwise, I could have completed this in 30 minutes. Because, ma'am, sometimes you are adding subsidy. Sometimes you are ignoring, right? They are saying that this 50,000, why we need to ignore? Because this subsidy is received, but this is not included in the list price. This is not included, and as it is to be excluded. If it was included, we would have deducted, this is a subsidy from private trust and all, not allowed. Huh? Late fees for delayed payment. We have to add. But those Sinchan Limited made late payment, but these charges were waived off. Superb example. इसको KitKat, 5 star, Dairy Milk, सब खिलाओ. This is the point where students go wrong. Ma'am, you said late fees, if not there, you have to add late fees, interest, penalty. But after charging late fees, yeah, they have those Inchan Limited made the late fees. The Doraemon later waived. The service provider said we are waiving and it's not included. So ignore. Sinchan Limited paid to Thomas Limited, matlab service recipient paid to third party on behalf of Doraemon 2000. Will you add it? Yes. So let's see what's the answer. This is 4 marks question already. Problem number 7 we are doing in the notebook. ठीक है, आ जाओ. Mandatory. I'm going to ask everyone to send me pictures. If you have enrolled for practice batch, मुझे रोज notebook के photo भेजो because I really want you attempt by attempt जाने नहीं चाहिए. Get the result and go in final. Computation of the transaction value. Always start with the list price or the price of the goods given. And they clearly said this price doesn't include anything below. So shall we add the municipal taxes? Yeah. I'm putting a lot of energy in speaking, so I'm writing empty. Aap likhna municipal tax. Inspection charges. Inspection charges. subsidies which is received from the trust, private trust, if it is included in the transaction value, oops, sorry, this was a private trust. Listen, 1 minute change. Now, if this is a subsidy by an NPO or a private trust, so like we have to add it. It's going to be a part of your transaction value. Subsidy. If it is central government or state government subsidy, it's not a part of the consideration or transaction value. Remove it. Private subsidy, I missed out. Add it back. Add back. If it was already included, we would have ignored. But they said it's not included, add back. Late fee लिख के लिखना है waived and then nothing. Generally, late fees is to be added, but because it is waived, don't do anything. We are not charging only. And now, weighing charges, weightment charges paid to third party on behalf of supplier, you have paid weighing charges. Okay, why late fees I have not included here because it's waived off. And subsidy, if it is given, okay, subsidy is received from private trust, it has to be a part of the transaction value. Had it been central or state government, we would have deducted. That's all. What is the transaction value as per section 15 of CGST Act? Done? चले नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम के लिए. ऑल क्लियर? सब्सिडी के लिए कम बैक. प्लीज चेक दिस. Subsidy from a private trust, NPO, RAM trust and all, if removed or adjusted, add back. But subsidy from central government and all, if removed, already ignore. If included, then deduct. Okay? Right. Same late fees because it was waived. Don't include it. Easy? Chalo. Next one now. It's a very simple questions are there. Qt Limited registered manufacturing and it provides you these details. Okay. List price is 12,40,000. Item already adjusted. They have already adjusted subsidy from central government for the supply of the chips. Okay. So already adjusted means already removed. They have not taken. So no problem. Subsidy from trade association, that you have to add back. Now items not adjusted, they are not adjusted, municipal tax. So add back, packing, which are already adjusted means already they have deducted central and state government subsidy. They have also deducted trade discount, trade association ka private subsidy. So add back. Municipal tax are not adjusted, so add back. Packing charges, add back. Late fees paid by the recipient, add back. And you will get the taxable value. Okay, right. Let us check it. We can do this orally here. Start with 12,40,000. Add back private subsidy. Add back municipal taxes. Add back packing charges and add back late fees because these are not adjusted, municipal tax, packing and all. So add, and what is already adjusted matlab deducted, in that central government subsidies to deducted only, but other trade discount add. 13,11,000, you're getting the answer. This is 12,000. Take your time and ask me if you have any doubts. Yeah, here I'm reminded of a very important point also. So many times when you add the late fees and interest, just this late fees and interest, it is assumed that it is inclusive of taxes. Now here I have just added 5,000 because rate is missing. But it is assumed it is inclusive. I am going to take these problems orally, but let me take like this one. ये देखो XYZ Limited provided it provided following particulars. List price excluding the taxes and discount is 50,000. Now tax still levied by the municipal authorities this, so add. Packing charges not included, add. Subsidy received from NGO already included in the list price. Yeah. So subsidy which is received from the NGO directly linked to the price, it is already included. Now, as it is, if it is a private subsidy, we have to add, but it is already included. So just ignore it. Take your time. Very good problems. I have not written the attempt, but this is also an actual exam ka paper. If subsidies received from NGO, it's a part of the transaction value. Okay, right? Directly linked and it's already included in the list price. Then don't do anything. Paid one of the vendors by ABC Limited in relation to service provider 2000 हमने किसी और third party को pay किया add back. Now XYZ Limited offers 2% discount on list price after reviewing the performance, and this discount was not known, okay, at the time of supply. Afterwards, based on your performance or year end or secondary discount, you have given like 2% discount. This is not linked and ITC is reversed and all. So we have to ignore. That's not a part of transaction value. ABC Limited delayed the payment and 5,000 including 18% as interest is charged. So now this 5,000 is including tax and list price is excluding tax. Very nice question. So this also we have to interest we have to add back. Interest, late fees and all. But if it is including 18% tax, we have to take excluding because list price and all this is excluding. Then only you will get determine the taxable value. Okay, this is a recent MTP ka question. CA CMA all I have taken care. Nice questions are picked up for all of you. Oops. 12th problem we are doing in notebook. Yes. Quick. Problem number 12. Computation of transaction value. XYZ Limited provided the following particulars. List price of the goods. 50,000. Tax which is levied by municipal authority on the sale of the goods. That's not included. See, they clearly said that list prices excluding these taxes and discount. So let us add it. Packing charges not included above. So add it. Subsidy received from NGO directly linked to the price and it's already included. You can write a note. यहाँ लिखने से अच्छा है नीचे note भी लिख सकते हैं. Note. Subsidy is received. Write with me. from NGO. Subsidy is received from NGO already included in list price. Subsidy which is received by NGO is already included in this list price. Hence, not considered above or hence ignored. क्योंकि subsidy privately received is a part of transaction value, you have to add, but they said it's already included, so ignore. Then price amount paid to third party. Amount paid to third party. XYZ Limited offers 2% discount on after reviewing the performance. This discount was no. This is note 1. Now I'll write note 2. 2% discount after supply is not a part of transaction value, hence not considered above. है ना? It's like year end secondary discount, उसको कोई लेना देना नहीं है transaction value से, so it's to be ignored. Next, last one. ABC Limited delayed and they have paid 5,000 interest. So interest you have to add back, but not 5,000. 5,000 interest is including 18% GST. So 100 kitna? Why? Because list price is excluding taxes. So even interest, municipal tax also you should take without GST, na? So if interest is 5,000 including GST, how much it is excluding GST? 4237 plus 4,500 plus 6,000 plus 50,000. It's coming to 64,737. 64,737. Nice question. Take your time. If you have any doubt, I want to re-explain. Have you finished writing? Put me a message in chat box. All clear? Put your pens down and listen to the explanation. Maybe 8-10 times if you are practicing with me. This topic is over. अलग से पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. This interest this way, even sometimes late fee in the one of the recent exam they said late fees is including GST. So excluding GST, you have to add back. And if they say late fees is there, but then we have waived, don't consider it. See, start with the list price. It's excluding all taxes. So add municipal tax, add packing charges, add the amount paid to third party, other incidental charges, and interest add back. But interest is including GST. So we will do this. Subsidy is received from an NGO. If it was included, we have to let it be there only. Yeah. If it is included in the list price, you have to keep it included because it's a private subsidy. It's a part of transaction value. So let it be included only. 2% discount after supply is not a part of the transaction value. Hence not to be considered above. Okay? Chalo. All clear to all of you? Nice question. Top 30 questions when I take, I'll not take these ones. I'll take some other ones. और भी बहुत सारे हैं यहाँ पे. चलो. Guru Enterprise. Yeah, it's a very nice sum. Asked for 5 marks. Guru Enterprise is registered tax payable, made a taxable supply to Y Delhi for a price of 10 lakhs, excluding taxes. So start with 10 lakhs. It received a price-linked subsidy of 1,10,000 from Jivami Limited. The price of 10 lakhs is after considering of such subsidy amount. ठीक है. So some subsidy is received and you have already reduced it, but then it's a subsidy received from private. So you have to add back. Subsidy received from Jivami, subsidy provided by non-government bodies which is directly linked is to be added. If it was subsidy received from central government and state government, we would deduct it, right? Now, after this, in respect of above, Guru Enterprises procured some raw material for which it owned 25,000. Said amount was directly paid by Y Limited to X Limited and was not included in the list price. So you have paid the amount directly to a third party, add back. In respect of above, sorry, did I miss anything? After delivery of the goods to Y Limited, Guru Enterprise arranged post delivery inspection of the goods. See, while till you get delivery at the place of the buyer, whatever incidental expenses are incurred, add. But after giving delivery to you, I arranged for post delivery inspection and other charges and all. That's not to be added in the transaction value. See, I have to charge GST on the supply of goods to you. Now, once goods reach to you, and after that, huh, arrangement post delivery of inspection and all, you will not take it. Post delivery, anything done by supplier in respect of supply of goods after delivery is not to be included. In respect of above supply, Guru Enterprises had procured some raw material from X Limited for which it owes 25. ये तो मैंने आपको बताया ना 25,000 directly paid to third party. The said amount was directly paid and all. The payment of consideration for above supply was delayed. Hence, an interest of 20,000 was charged. The applicable rates are given to you. Now, whenever interest is received, it's already included, na 112. Yeah, ma'am, but they didn't say yes. Late fees and interest is received lump sum. So, if interest is added in this, huh, it is received related to this only because they have paid late. So 20,000 is included. See, one thing you should know when I am selling the goods to you, if there is a delay from your side, I will charge late fees, interest, penalty. All that is also inclusive of transaction value, and on all that also 12% GST. So you should have paid me 20,000 interest and 12% GST, but you paid lump sum 20,000 interest. Definitely it's including GST. 20,000 is 112. 100 kitna? Including GST is 112 and 100. So how much? So this is it. Followed all of you? No one will remind in exam if late fees and interest are received lump sum. Always take it inclusive of taxes. Okay? These are very important points to remember and you get this value. Okay? Now, on this you have to charge 12% tax, 6% CGST and 6% SGST. Ma'am, why did they give you IGST rate? They gave all the rate, but we know that this is between Delhi to Delhi. So CGST will only be charged. You are required to determine the value of supply as well as the tax. So tax भी calculate कर दिया हमने directly on this 11 lakh. Ma'am, some odd amount of transaction value, will it be correct in exam? Don't doubt it. ले लो. And round off करना है multiples of 10. Very nice question. Huh? All recent exam questions these are. After this, you will be able to practice all the questions of your study material backside, any past exam questions of CA CMA. And you promise me that you are going to score 5 or 7 out of 7 in this topic. One question of 5 mark and somewhere in the MCQs. Start with the transaction value. Check whether it is excluding all taxes. Then add municipal tax. Add other incidental expenses. Add amount paid to third parties. Add interest and late fees with GST है. So you have to bring it at transaction value. If where you started the transaction value is excluding GST, and if you add interest or late fees with GST, you have to exclude. Now coming to subsidy. If subsidy is received from central and state government, included in the transaction value, then remove. Okay. And if the subsidy is privately received, I mean, say received from some private NGO and trust, if it is already included, let it be there. If that is also not included, add back. Because private subsidy has to be a part of transaction value. If it's already included, let it be there, ignore, write a note, as we have done in this problem. And some earlier problems we have added. Subsidy from central government, if already included, nikal do. If it's not included, just ignore with a note. I think with this everything is clear in the value of supply. Still, if you have any doubt, that in the description of the video, the Telegram group is link is given. Join there, click the picture of your query and post it. I will surely clear it with a voice note. Bye bye, all of you. Thank you so much. Don't miss the class tomorrow. We are starting with the practice batch continuation. May the next topic is, we are starting the topic called as input tax credit, right? And ITC, where you can avail. It's just 3 sections, but it's your mandatory question number 1. So with input tax credit, let it go for 2 or 3 classes. अच्छे से करेंगे 2.5 hours, 3 hours, whatever you need. We will solve the question, because in the first chapter I told you CGST set off in CGST, SGST, SD, वो सब आपको बताया. So with that rules, ITC, why I'm saying this, to introduce the topic, to give you something very interesting, and you are charged up from tomorrow, right? So the first one is section 16. 3 sections are there in the input tax credit. Section 16, it talks about whatever you have purchased, you can take the ITC provided you are registered, you have received, you have invoice. Condition subject to which you can take ITC. You are in the same line of business, section 16. Section 17 is blocked credit. No, on this ITC is not allowed. Okay? Employee related expenses and all we have seen. Section 18 is procedure. Suppose you have purchased an asset, you have claimed ITC, now you are discarding, reverse. You were in composition, you want to come to regular, take ITC. You were in regular, now you want to go to composition, whatever ITC is there, reverse. So taking and reversing, that's the procedural third part. So very partitioned way mein ek we will understand. We will practice quality good. More than 28 questions are there in the ITC, and all the big ones also, right? So we are going to practice that from tomorrow. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye bye, all of you. Oh, so we are back here for the value of supply. Actually, while I was recording the one shot revision video for the DT, last one is left, right? Return of income and TDS. Just now, the student said that I missed out giving you the flow chart. I told you for the 3 kind of the discounts which are allowed. I have given you the notes, but there's a flow chart also. So I'm just sharing it. You can write it now, or you can take a screenshot, but make sure you write it. You know, where you have written that format, no late fees and all. Just write over there that if the discount is given at the time of or before the supply, it's like a trade discount. Customary, mandatory, given in 1,000, 10%, 900. Yeah. So trade discount you have to minus from the TV. That is the transaction value. Okay. But after giving you the trade discount of 1,000, 100, 900, when I'm giving you 900 also, you are paying 820 in the full and final settlement. That 80 rupees is the cash discount which is not to be deducted. I want to repeat, look at the first one. At the time of the supply, the trade discount is to be deducted from transaction value. Second kind of the discount is given before or at the time of supply, or sometimes even after the supply. But terms are pre-agreed. Discount can be linked with invoice. Yeah, that if you complete this October month, Instead of 50 boxes, if you buy 80 boxes, we will give you 2% additional discount. So even if the discount is given before or at the time of supply, or maybe after the supply, but it is pre-agreed and it is linked with the invoices. And when I am giving you additional discount, yeah, you are also reversing your purchases. Yeah. So I'm saying in 800, 100 rupees more, I'm giving you discount 700. So you are also reversing the purchases, right? And on the proportionate ITC is also reversed. On the purchases, the proportionate ITC is also reversed. And for that, the recipient will give the certificate. And if the ITC is above 5 lakh, then you have to get a certificate from the CA. That's the latest amendment we have added. Is this clear to all of you? At the time discount is given before, this minus. If it is given before, at the time, or even sometimes after the supply, but it is pre-agreed, it can be linked with invoice. Yeah. Then a proportionate ITC, even the buyer has reversed. You have to give a certificate, self-certification. And if the ITC is above 5 lakhs, then you take it. Okay. You have to get a certificate of CA. So this will also be deducted from the transaction value. The third type of discount, which is given after the supply, is year-end discounts, secondary discounts. Yeah, they are not deducted from the transaction value. So we have seen that format, what you have to add, incidental expenses and all other taxes. You remember 5 items I gave you? Uske niche take down this table or take a screenshot, but make sure you write it with understanding. Same thing in the pointer wise I have already given in the printed material. Sometimes it happens, it was not that I was rushing, but sometimes it happens that we forget. Okay, no claim bonus I have already explained you. And problems also we have seen. In that 2-3 small problems, I said they are theoretical repeated. I'll take it now. Okay. I've taken all the problems. Why would I miss out these ones? Though they are very simple. Problem number 9 now we are taking. Yeah, look at this thing. The subsidy received from Samantha Charitable Institute makes a substantial donation to a private management institute to subsidize education. You remember that compass box example? To subsidize the education of low income group. The fee for these individuals is reduced thereby coming to 1 lakh a year compared to 5 lakh a year for other students. What would be the taxable value of the service? See, generally the coaching center is charging 5 lakh fees, but this charitable trust is contributing, and so from student we are charging only 1 lakh. Now, will you reduce the subsidy? Answer is no. Only subsidy to be excluded is subsidy received from central government and state government. And this is the receipt from a private trust. As per section 15(2), the value of subsidy includes subsidies directly linked to price, excluding the state government center. In this case, subsidy is not from government. It's from a charitable trust. Therefore, subsidy is to be added back to the price to arrive at the taxable value, which comes to 5 lakh. I hope you are getting. GST के लिए the transaction value is 5 lakh. Even those from students we have charged 1 lakh and 4 lakh we have charged from the charitable trust. But GST will be charged on 5 lakh because this is the subsidy received from trust. Had the same subsidy been received from central or state government, then you have to exclude it. Okay. Next one. Interest waived cannot be added. See, generally interest and late fees and all you have to add. But if the interest is to be waived, then you will not add it. Huh? Nourish advertising gives interest-free credit, and one customer instead of 30 days, he paid in 40 days. So Nourish advertising waived off the interest for 10 days. ठीक है चलो कभी नहीं होता. Okay, department wants to add the interest. Should notional interest be added? Answer is no. Their supply value as per the price sold consideration and the concept of transaction value has been explained. Once the interest is waived and it is not payable, then why would you add it in the transaction value, right? Okay. So if it is not waived, add it. And when you add it also, late fees and interest is always inclusive of tax. So deduct that also. Next is post supply discount not known at the time should not be added. This we all know. Unique cookware sells to its dealers. And additional discounts they give in the year end. Can this additional discount be reduced from the transaction value? Answer is no, because these discounts were not known at the time of supply. They are not given before or at the time of supply. They are given after. Huh? So just discount cannot be reduced from the price on which tax has been paid. Okay. So you will not take it. Okay, satisfied now? So we have covered the three questions and I have given you the discount table. I have also given you 1 minute. I have also given you this table. Yeah, आज आपको बताया था ना? We have solved all the questions and this one we discussed in the list price. Oops. Yeah, in the list price and municipal taxes and other taxes except the CGST and all. Add amount paid directly by the recipient or buyer to the third party. Add incidental expenses if not included above. Add interest, late fees, penalty if not waived. Subsidy from private trust. Yeah, if removed or adjusted, add back. Subsidy from central government if removed, then ignore. And if already, oh, why we have made this plus sign will to not come. If subsidy from central government is already removed, bahari hai, to ignore. If it is included, you deduct it. So minus sign will come here. And the trade discount before or all that will be deducted. But secondary discounts and year ending discounts minus, right? And no claim bonus I have told you. So with this, we complete the missing part, practice everything. Still, if you feel any help you need anywhere, just put me a message. I'll make a video and help you all together, right? I know that together we are going to bring great results and you and we are working hard. I'm taking immense time to set chapter-wise exam paper with MCQs, quality good theory questions which are asked in the exam. Recently, they asked theory question for that hybrid model. Yeah, in the time of supply. So they are asking every time a theory question, practical questions. All I am taking care. You work hard, practice more questions, write chapter-wise exam in the app, and we will see the results then. Okay. All the best. Bye bye, all of you.